Veterans Day is a day of remembrance and honor for those who bravely served our country. With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin. This past Friday, people gathered along South Street, Old Colony Road, and Main Street to watch the Veterans Day parade march through Hyannis. Following the parade, a large group stood on the village green for a ceremony hosted by Director of Veterans Services Ed Merrigan. Town Council President Fred Chirigotis addressed the crowd with a message of unity.
By the supermarket checkout. Oh, okay. She registered with the inquiry.
Yeah, 3 meals
The most important thing that we can do is remain together in spirit. We can disagree about so many things, but we need to be pulled together and move forward. I want to thank you all for being here today. I want to remind you to thank a veteran. I want to remind you that every veteran is home. Who is home needs to be welcome home, and those who didn't make it need to be remembered in our minds and in our hearts. Thank you.
Retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Barbara Burnett was the event's featured speaker. Lieutenant Colonel Burnett most recently served with the 6th Space Warning Squadron at Otis Air National Guard Base. Her message was also one of unity.
You'll all remember President Kennedy said, "Ask not what your country can do for you." And what was the second part? Ask what you can do for your country. Everyone who came out this morning has the spirit of serving, of giving, of holding hands. For that, I thank you all. I ask you, my neighbors, to help our country by seeking understanding, seeking common ground among Americans and among nations. In the next few years, the invisible injuries of war and recession will show in many ways. Be kind with each other, knowing we each carry burdens. Find ways to bring the greater good. In closing, I would like to read to you from my favorite poem by St. Francis of Assisi, in which he offers simple and profound suggestions to grow peace one moment at a time. And if you know this, you're welcome to join along. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there's darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. O Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, in giving to all men that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life. Neighbors, friends, veterans, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rain fall gently on your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.
Wreaths were then laid to honor our veterans.
Released by Don Brenner of the Marine Corps League and Joe Gentile, commander of VFW. At this time, I'd like you to remain at attention, please, and direct your attention to the far side of the green, where between the Vietnam Memorial and the Battle of the Bulge Memorial, a new memorial will be unveiled. In August of this year, we tragically lost Chief Petty Officer Kevin Houston, a U.S. Navy SEAL.
With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin.